My name is Dr. Michael Pantalone, and people frequently ask me, what was the inspiration for your instant influence method? Well, it takes me back about 20 years when I was a brand new psychologist working in the South Bronx, Fort Apache, the Bronx, a place rife with crime, homelessness, HIV, poverty, mental illness, addictions, and severe medical problems. Well, one day I got to work, and in front of the hospital, much of the staff was standing outside, pointing up at the sky. I went over to my unit chief and I said, "What's going on?" He said, "That's your patient on the ledge of that building threatening to jump." I was terrified. I said, "What do you want me to do?" He said, "Nothing, don't worry about it." That was the attitude of that place. Severe problems, but with very little sense that anything was ever going to change. Well, that's what made me have my aha moment when I said to myself, we have to come up with a very different way of motivating or influencing people who desperately needed to change, but who were consistently and adamantly telling us that they didn't want to. Well, fast forward 20 years, my instant influence method is the only scientifically proven way of motivating people in 7 minutes or less. Sound like a tall order? Yeah, I know it sounds like one, but it actually isn't. It's based on one simple idea, and that is that people really only listen to one person. It's not their mother, it's not their doctor, and it's not their boss, it's themselves. And the only way to really influence people is to get them to convince themselves that they want or need to change. My instant influence questions are specifically designed to do just that. 6 simple questions that anyone can learn, that anyone can do. 7 minutes gets you instant influence. 6 questions, 7 minutes, instant influence. How does it work? It's because it pulls the reasons for change, the motivation for change, from the person you're talking to. No more arguments or telling them why you think they need to change. No more pushing, but asking them 6 simple questions. Now, this is based on 3 decades worth of science as well, and our studies showing that when patients come into the emergency room not wanting to change anything about their drinking or drug habits, in 7 minutes with these 6 simple questions, they become motivated to change. This has worked from the emergency room to the boardroom with parents, teachers, probation officers, psychologists, executive coaches, leaders, CEOs, human resource managers, salespeople. It works for everyone. Now, I don't want to leave you hanging with the patient on the ledge of the building. He actually did not jump, and in fact he was one of the first participants in the first study of instant influence, and he did spectacularly well. In fact, I was very pleased to see him walking down the streets of Manhattan happily and calmly some 10 or 12 years after that study was done. So if you want to learn more about my instant influence method, get my book, Instant Influence, How to Get Anyone to Do Anything Fast, or check out www.michaelpantalone.com. And let me now leave you with a sneak peek at the 6 questions, and I look forward to having you learn more about them. Here they are. Number 1, why might you change? Number 2, how ready are you to change on a scale from 1 to 10? Number 3, why didn't you pick a lower number? Number 4, imagine you've already changed. What are the positive outcomes? Number 5, why are those outcomes important to you? And number 6, what's the next step, if any? Well, thanks for listening, and I look forward to talking to you more about my instant influence method.